Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, wherever you're watching from. Hope you're having a good day and a good week. And in today's video, I'd like to go over the Bitcoin price with some Bitcoin price analysis. And we will compare what we're seeing today to past Bitcoin bear cycles, see if we can find some similarities. And next, we're going to go over the monthly returns of Bitcoin. Then we will go over this cool free tool that I built for Bitcoin holders. And lastly, we're going to finish with this infographic here. So let's jump in. In this chart, we can see the weekly price of Bitcoin here. And we can see that Bitcoin has reclaimed the 80,000 mark. And a lot of people think that if a certain price has been hit, then we necessarily have to go higher to 90K, 100K, and maybe even all-time highs. And that is not necessarily true because if we look at the past bear cycle, which is 2022, we can see here that Bitcoin found a local top here at the end of March 2022, and then it went down all the way from April, May, June, July, and even all the way to the end of the year, December, until it started going back up again. And if we go to one more bear cycle, which was 2018, we can see again that Bitcoin found the top in April, in February, and then found another lower high in April, the end of April, and kept going downwards, right? Until the bottom was on this 200 moving average, which is the yellow line here, until December, and then it started going back up again. So when we look at these past bear cycles, it doesn't mean that we're going to see the same exact thing again. But that is just something that you have to keep in mind and you have to prepare for it. Because if, for example, you go all in right now and you think that the bottom was at 60,000, then you are going to panic and you will not be prepared if the price decides to keep going lower. And in my opinion, it might go a little bit lower than the past low that we saw in 60K. But of course, it's a prediction. No one can actually know. Nobody has a crystal ball. So always do your own research and don't take anyone's word for it. So you have to see it for yourself. So even when you see me talking about this, don't take my words at face value. Just do your own research, um, and see what makes the most sense for you. You have to look at the history because that is the only information that we have. So anyone that is doing analysis on the price, the only data and info that they have is the past. We can't know the future. So that's why you have to do your own research and make your own conclusions. Let's move on to the Bitcoin monthly returns. We can see here that in the past bear cycle 2022, in these months, April, May, June, we saw a decline in the price. And after July was green, we kept seeing the price going down and also towards the end of the year. And also we saw the same thing in 2018. If you see mostly red months over here, and that's the indicator that that is a bear market. And also 2014, we can see kind of the same thing when we have July, August, sometimes June is red as well. Just something to keep in mind when you see um, these these red months in past bear cycles, which is every 4 years because of the Bitcoin halving. If you don't know what that is, just Google Bitcoin halving. And basically, for those who don't know, Bitcoin halving is when the reward for finding a Bitcoin block gets cut in half every 4 years. And if you want more info about it, maybe I'll make a separate video, but for now, you can just Google it. It's very, very easy. All the info is out there. So next, I'd like to show you a free Bitcoin tool that I built with AI. A very, very cool tool that you can use. It's totally for free. So let's go over this. You simply input your holdings in Bitcoin. Let's say we own 0.1 Bitcoin for the sake of this example. And you can see the current price of Bitcoin right here. This sometimes gets updated real time, so if it says unavailable, just don't pay attention to it. It will refresh automatically. And we have a dollar cost average that we can click here, and we can put the amount that we would like to DCA. So let's say we DCA $100 every month, for example. Okay. And then we set the annual growth rate that we think that Bitcoin will grow every year. So let's go conservative here and say 15% per year. And we can see here that the price has refreshed here. It's back to live. So next, we can choose the time horizon here. Let's say for the next 15 years, we would like to project what's going to be our holdings and the price. So with 15% annual growth a year, the price of Bitcoin will be $651,510. And in 15 years, we will have 0.194, which would be worth $126,788. And the current value of your holdings right now of zero point 0.1, it's $8,000. The DCA invested would be $18,000, because you invested $100 monthly for 15 years. That will come out to $18,000. And from the DCA gain, it will be 0.094, which would be $43,000 according to the Bitcoin price at that time, the projected price. And then you have here the network ownership that you own. Out of 21 million Bitcoin, you have zero point 0.1. And the ownership in 15 years will be a little bit higher because your Bitcoin stack grew a little bit more. And in this little chart here, you can see what you hold, that's in orange, and your hold plus the DCA, that's the green line. You can play around with this, of course. You can put different numbers, whatever you decide to do. And then the milestones, it shows you the Bitcoin price in years, in 1 year, 4 year, 8 years, in 11 years, and in 15 years. It will show you approximately according to the numbers that you input here. And of course, this tool, you have to remember, it's just a projection tool. It doesn't guarantee any outcome. So any investment is at your own risk, of course. So just remember that. And then we have the Bitcoin price milestone since 2011 until now. We have here the monthly returns. We also have it here. We saw it in this chart right here, but we have it also in this tool right here. And also you can see here the Bitcoin key metrics, all-time high, market cap, BTC dominance. Lastly here, the Bitcoin price history by date. If you want to know the Bitcoin price by date, let's say you want to look for the price of Bitcoin since January 22 until today, for example. So you calculate, and then it shows you the price was 38,000. Today it's 82,000, around 82,000. And this is the gain on this time frame, okay? $44,000 per coin and 114.99% increase. And let's say, for example, if we go even earlier, let's do January of 2014 until December of 2025. Calculate, and now it shows totally different numbers. 10,000% increase from January 2014, which was $800 per Bitcoin, and December of 2025, 87,000. Play around with this tool. Feel free to use this. It's absolutely free. And if you're not following me already, click this link below and make sure you follow me on X. I post there every day. So lastly, I'd like to go over this infographic here. We have the dollar's worth purchasing power of the US dollar. And I have shown this infographic in past videos, in my last video too. And so we can see here how the US dollar is depreciating in purchasing power, which is affecting everyone. We can see here what $1 buys. 30 Hershey's chocolate bars in 1913. Today, 30 Hershey bars is $26. $1 used to buy 10 rolls of toilet paper in 1929, and today 10 rolls of toilet paper are $15, and so on. And that is pretty incredible that we can see how the US government and the Federal Reserve keeps devaluing the purchasing power by printing more money out of thin air, and that basically affects everyone. And that is why I choose to promote Bitcoin and I choose to talk about it, because that is the only asset nobody can control. The government can't control Bitcoin, they cannot change it, they cannot manipulate it like they can do with the US dollar. And that is the main value of Bitcoin. Nobody can take it from you and nobody can control it. So the moment you buy it, you hold it in cold storage and it is yours forever. So very interesting infographic here. And that's it for this video. If you like the video, make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot, helps me keep going and making more and more content for you guys. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this video, and let me know also if you have any requests or any topic that you would like me to talk about. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.